What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Jeff with iDownloadBlog. I'm back with Ask Jeff number 8, where we answer all your technical questions regarding iOS, the iPad, the iPhone, etc. And we even delve into some personal questions. Well, maybe not. We'll see about that one. Anyway, let's get up to our first item up for bid this afternoon. The first question is, hey Jeff, what are you going to do with your iPhone 4 when the iPhone 5 comes out? I'm going to keep it. I made the mistake in the past of selling my iPhone 3GS. I sold my iPhone 3G. I'm not going to make the same mistake again. No, I'm going to keep this bad boy. The iPhone 4 is still, I could go with this for another, 2 years if there wasn't another iPhone coming out. The iPhone 4 is definitely suitable, and I will be using it as a test device. So next question. Hey Jeff, I noticed you have Find iPhone app, the Find My iPhone application. Why do you have that? Well, I have that because I have another iPhone 4 and I also have an iPad and I also have an iPod Touch. So you can use that with those devices as well. Hey Jeff, what or who inspired you to make YouTube videos? Actually, that's a good question. I don't know. Just one day I decided, hey, I better make a video walkthrough of a review I was doing. I think the review was of a Safari, something about full screen for Safari. There it is right there, folks. Check it out if you want to see something really embarrassing. Check out that video that I just showed you below, full screen for Safari. First video. And what's that little speech bubble with the one in the top bar beside the battery? That speech bubble is actually Byte SMS, and that is to notify you that you have a message. If you tap that, it actually brings up the message in a little window, which is extremely convenient. If you haven't tried Byte SMS yet, you're missing out, folks. Highly recommend you try out Byte SMS. Next question. Hey Jeff, do you think jailbreakme.com will be shutting down since Comex is an Apple intern? I highly doubt that will happen. There was probably some kind of stipulation that he could keep his website, but I'm sure Apple just doesn't really care about that. It's 4.3.3. That's in the past. They've moved on. iOS 5 is about to come out. Apple's concentrating on bigger and better things, and that website is still super popular. Lots of people still use Jailbreak Me, so I think it's here to stay. Next question, is there a Cydia tweak or an app that can store all my packages and remember everything that I've downloaded on Cydia? So when I upgrade and then jailbreak again, I can reinstall them. That's a really good question, and yes, there is. It's called Package Backup, and if you're just upgrading the device itself, the firmware on the device itself, you can use Package Backup. I have a tutorial on iDownloadBlog that you can use to upgrade and to recover all your jailbreak tweaks and apps and things like that. Now, if you're upgrading your device, Package Backup is not going to be a solution for you. You're going to probably have to look for another solution or just re-download everything again. Hope that helps. Jeff, why do you always have your Bluetooth on? Well, because I use a Bluetooth car adapter. It's actually a BlackBerry adapter, but don't tell anybody. That I hook up to my car stereo so that when I get in the car, the iPhone can find the adapter and I can stream all my music through that Bluetooth adapter. It's just like AirPlay, basically. And I can listen to Spotify or my iTunes library right in my car wirelessly. And it's pretty cool. I did have a tutorial on that, but it got deleted. Sorry. Next question. Jeff, please help. I was jailbroken on 4.3.3 and for some reason, something gave me one extra blank Springboard page when I delete or move apps. When I go to it, it goes into Respring and in safe mode. I don't know how to get out of this, so I restore it, updated to 4.3.5, and the extra page when moving apps is still there. That's really weird. It's still there after you upgraded to 4.3.5 and you did not jailbreak? That's bizarre. I've never seen anything like that with a stock iPhone. I will say that I have seen a similar problem when I've used Installous in the past. I've used Install. Yes, I have used it before. I've tried it out. I don't use it now, but I have used Installous in the past when I've tried to sync apps that I've downloaded from Installous. I did encounter a similar error before with that blank Springboard page. I'm not saying that's the reason for your error, but I'm just saying that's the only time I've ever seen that happen before, especially if you're on 4.3.5 unjailbroken. That's really weird. Next question. Hey Jeff, I'm on 4.3.3 right now, and I would like to restore my iPhone to stock unjailbroken 4.3.3 through iTunes. I tried to download 4.3.3 OS and shift restore on iTunes, however, it gave me an error message. Let me guess, the error message was saying you weren't, or your device was not available for the requested build. More than likely, you either don't have your SH blob saved, you didn't use Tiny Umbrella, or you did something there where it actually reached out to Apple's servers. And of course, Apple's servers are going to reject that because they're no longer signing 4.3.3. So what you need to do is download Tiny Umbrella. And if you don't, you can always use the stitching option in Redsn0w, and I do have a tutorial on that, so check my channel for iOS 5 or wait for an iOS 5 jailbreak. I'm updating, baby. I'm updating. There's already a jailbreak for the beta version. It's tethered, but it is a jailbreak for the beta version, so I suspect that there should be a pretty quick turnaround for the jailbreak for the final version of iOS 5, and I'm going to go ahead and upgrade. What about you? And our last and final question of the day is from Charlie. He says, Jeff, where I live, the coverage stinks. I have Edge with 2 bars of signal. Ouch. How is the cloud going to affect me when I want to stream my music and I'm near my home with this coverage? So sorry, Charlie. I hate to hear that. The cloud's not going to treat you very well. From my experience, I've tested out iCloud with Edge. I mean, it does work. It's just slow. It will work. It's just slow. And if you're patient, then you should be able to get by. But if you're impatient, you probably want to contact your provider and let them know of the problems that are going on. You also probably want to either look into getting a device like a MiFi or something like that so you can tether to the MiFi device, which has better coverage than your iPhone offers. I'm presuming that you're using AT&T. So sorry. So folks, that concludes this week's episode of Ask Jeff. It's episode number 8. Check back next week for episode number 9. If you have a question, you know the drill. Look at the comments below, ask your question. I will do my best to get back with you with a satisfactory answer. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jeff with iDownload Blog.